Good evening, Americans. This is your favorite alien, and Bubba here on the evening of Thursday, October 24th. Well, uh, had to answer a few questions on impeachment. A Barbara Simmons and a Lisa Wright Miller, I think it's the way you pronounce that. Wright, I guess. Miller. Or Mueller, one of the two. I don't know. It's either Miller or Mueller. Well, let me know if it's right, okay? Anyway, and you ladies asked, impeachment. Why is it America's Waterloo? Well, like I said, you had the Kobayashi Maru, and you didn't do anything about it. So now you got a Waterloo. And wow. Remember Waterloo, 1850. You had the Duke of Wellington and Napoleon. And Napoleon assaulted the Duke of Wellington all through the day. I mean, he went time after time after time, and nothing happened. Killing, oh, it was merciful. I mean, like the killing that the British, the casualties they took on that day was awful. But at the end, you would think that Napoleon would win, except for one small little detail. Mr. Wellington, in the square, which was a type of warfare at the time, you waited on the square and then everybody attacked the square, right? He had two lines too many. And, well, Napoleon used all his troops on the attack. Wave after wave after wave for most of the day. So, he was nice and tired, and next thing you know, Mr. Wellington can take hold because he's got these two lines, a lot of fresh soldiers coming in there, and they clobbered him. He lost. He got banished to St. Helena, and therefore no more empire with Napoleon. Well, same with America here. Disintegration starts. And here is the problem, Miss Wright Miller. Ah, let's see. You two ladies, you got four options here on impeachment. Oh, number one. No, before we start, the Democrats and the leftists have been irking for 45 years because they think that Richard Nixon got through their hands and he escaped with murder. Well, he did, yes, but it was your fault because you forget. He resigned, yeah, and President Gerald R. Ford gave you 30 days, didn't he? Before he pardoned him. He gave you ample time to pursue Richard Nixon. You didn't. Well, he had to pardon him because it was causing him problems at the desk. So, Miss Wright Miller and ladies, here's the four options that those dum-dums, oh, sorry, Democrats have. And none of them are good. Option number one, impeachment. Yes. So they go there and they win. Say 67-34. Because a few Republicans are tired of all this mess President Trump is doing. They just want to see this over with, as they call it. The national nightmare, as they would say in the Watergate era, is over. But is it really? Was it really back in Watergate? No. So here goes, 67-34. He gets impeached. And he gets removed from office. Then you got Vice President Pence. Will he be like Gerald R. Ford and wait 30 days? I doubt it. He would probably wait maybe 4 days and give him a pardon. Therefore, you're the same result. Nothing accomplished. Can't go after President Trump. So, all this rigmarole on the impeachment was for nothing. Okay. Option number 2, impeachment. And it's a nay vote, 66-34. So he wins. He's still in office. And it's an election year. And he wants a second term. Oh, big time. But would the American people survive a second term for President Trump? Will the military survive a second term? Or will there be a coup d'etat? There you go. Problem. Still the same subject. You have disintegration of the United States with both of those. Option number 3, he resigns. Okay. So he goes on record like tonight and he says, I hereby resign my presidency tomorrow, August or October 25th at noon. Yeah. So he resigns. He gets on Air Force One, goes back to the Trump Tower. What's President Pence going to do? He has no choice but to give him a pardon. So we're still in the same situation again. He wins, you lose. Nothing gets accomplished. Your national nightmare is still there. The only thing is, you say, oh, well, we won the election. Well, you did in 76 with Jimmy Carter, right? Yeah, you did. But look what happened. You got Jimmy Carter. See what I mean? Who do you have for dum-dums here? Are they going to be worse than President Trump? See? What I mean? I said President Trump and worse than that. And what do you got? A fat cat. Okay, Bub. Bub, there's a fat Democratic cat in here. Shoo! We don't need those Democrats. Come on, Bub. See what I mean, Americans? I gave you the third option, and now a fat cat's in here, and it scared Bubba. Now, this would be your fifth option, but will you choose him? See, he don't like Democrats. And he don't like Republicans either. Right, Bub? Yeah. A fat cat's in here. Well, that was number 3. Option number 4. And this one is an interesting one. You Republicans, level-headed, and you level-headed Democrats, if you have any, get together. Do a consensus of 2020. Well, you give Mr. Trump this much. We'll take back impeachment if you don't run for re-election. Okay? So for the next 14 months, he becomes a de facto lame duck president. But he can still do damage. But you can also put on that 2020, and for the next 14 months, President Pence will assume all the heavy duties of the presidency. There you go. Now you got something here. And Mr. Pence is allowed, if he wants, to run for re-election or run for election, if he so desires. Mr. Trump will be relegated to being a de facto presidential head until January 20th, 2021. That way, you win, the Republicans win, and whoever in the election wins. But you'll still have your hotheads on the right and hotheads on the left, and you might still have a coup d'etat and disintegration of the country. So you see, Mrs. Miller and the other ladies, you can't win. This is what happens. This is your favorite alien. And Bubba, good day.